One thing you will never find in the Bible is it saying that husbands should submit to their wives. It never says that in any translation. It does say for wives to submit to their husbands. It does not say husbands submit to wives. Now, a lot of people will be like, well, it says we should submit to one another. And that's where he means. That's where that, no. That is about a body of believers. Submit to one another. Iron sharpens iron. Hold each other accountable. That kind of thing. Still, never says husband submit to wife. There is an order that God laid out. Why are you trying to change it? To make it fit what you want it to say.
First and foremost, before we get started, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash, and the Bonstone's great millstone, Wallach is truth, and also to those elect that is scattered abroad. I'd like to say Shalom, and come back here today with another great powerful lesson, the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And the title of today's lesson is Women Submit to Your Husbands. So I'd like to say Shalom to all our listeners and learners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Before we start today's lesson, let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3 and find out the order that Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai laid out from the beginning. So I start here. And it reads, it says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is the Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of the Hamashiach is the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So the Most High, Yahweh Shai, man, then woman. That is the order that the Lord laid out from the beginning. And one thing about it is that, the Lord's getting ready to set things back in order right before our eyes. So let's get this one right here. Let's get a little bit more edification. Let's go here to Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 22. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 22. Let's get this one right quick. So right now we know that the Lord is getting ready to set things back in order right before our eyes, even though we're seeing that Eve, it's all out of order right now. But one thing about it, getting ready to submit, come back under that total subjection to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. We seeing that a woman's talking about she wants to be independent. She don't need a man, being very masculine, or want to be a man. So things are all out of order. But, that's come from the subtlety of the serpent, which in fact is the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. But we knowing that Eve was getting ready to get her mind right in Jacob's trouble. Isaiah 4:1 is getting ready to come to pass very soon. They saying that a man ain't it. But one thing about it, we are the it thing. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is getting ready to make a man more precious than fine gold very soon. We are very close to that time. We are rejoicing. Let's read this here. It said, wives submit yourself unto your own husbands as unto the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Verse 23 said, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as the Hamashiach is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Yahweh by Hashem. It's plain and simple. See, so we see it right here. Lord putting it right in the order of things. So let's look up this word submit in the interstellar for more edification and purpose here. Let's go here. G1135. Let's look this up. That's wives. Salaki. Let me go back out. Salaki for that. Let's look up submit. Let's go back. Let's see, I might have didn't get the right script. I might have had this right here. G 5293. Let's go here. See what it reads.
Strong's G 5293. Hupatasso.
Let's see what it says. It says here, the online biblical use, it said to arrange under, to subordinate. It says here to subject, put in subjection, to subjection, oneself, obey, to submit to one's control. So you pretty much get the picture, pretty much submit, be under subjection, to be under someone else's control. So it's plain and simple right here. Let's see what the strong definition got. This talking about military stuff here. Let's go here. See what the strong definition pretty much saying the same. Put under, subjection unto, be subject to, submit oneself unto, submit oneself to, be in subjection unto, put in subjection under. So see, we seeing that order, the Lord put into order. I mean, seeing the righteous order that the Lord put in place. So it never was meant for a woman to rule over the man, or a woman to subject the order over a man, subjection over the man. So it never was that way, even in Bible time. So we'll let the Bible speak a little bit more. Let's go here. So this is the land of confusion. This place is all out of order, all out of course. Let's read this once again. It says, Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 22 said, wives, submit yourself unto your own husband as unto the Lord. Verse 23, for the husband is the head of the wife, plain and simple, even as the Hamashiach is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Let's read in NLT. He said, for a husband is the head of his wife, as the Hamashiach is the head of the church. He is the savior of his body, the church. And when about what is that church? What is that bride? Israel. The Lord's coming back for his bride very soon. The Israel of the Most High, the elect, the one that's coming under that total subjection, back under that righteous order through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So now let's go here to Genesis. Let's get a little bit more about this order. Genesis chapter 3. Genesis chapter 3 is Old Testament. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16. Something I want to get out of here. So we know what happened in the garden. When the serpent beguiled Eve, deceived Eve. So we know exactly what happened. Ever since then, things has been out of order. Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16 says, unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. This is what the Bible is saying. This was the punishment, what happened in the garden. So the Lord, he rendered down that judgment. So let's read in the NLT. Then he said to the woman, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy. In pain you will give birth, and you will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So we see in this order right here, the Lord put in place. And also, we under the curses now. So it says I think it's in Deuteronomy chapter 28. I can't remember the verse whereby a woman I will be evil towards her husband. So we under these curses right now. We knowing right now that we still in a land of our captivity. And we see this wicked vibration that's constantly it's all throughout the earth, because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, but only for a short season. So the Lord is shedding light on all this wickedness. So it's nowhere in the Bible where it said that a man should submit to his wife. It's never saying. It's always saying that the woman shall submit to the man. So we seeing that right now. The order once again is the Most High, Yahushua, the man and the woman. Pretty much plain and simple right here. So let's go here. We seeing right now that Eve, got beguiled, got deceived by the serpent. Let's go here to let's get a quick precept here. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. Let's read this right quick. It said, but I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in the Hamashiach. So we seen what happened, Eve got deceived. So beguile mean deceive. She was tricked. She was wooed. He used that left-handed forbidden knowledge. Put it in that sense. He used that false wisdom. So let's look up subtlety. Let's look this up right quick. If it'll pull up, see here. We already know what beguile mean, but for edification purpose, G1818. Let's look it up right quick. So this is what happened right here.
Strong's G 1818. Exapatao. Exapatao.
Exapataho. See what it says. It's right here, online biblical usage, to deceive. That's what it means. Beguile, to be deceived. It's seduce. It's plain and simple, strong, according. Let's go out. Let's get this one, subtlety. I think it means cunning or something like that. Subtlety. Let's hear G38, 34. It says here.
Strong's G 3834. Panorgia. Panorgia.
Pognogira. Wow, let's see what it says here. It says right here, craftiness, cunning. That's what he used, craftiness on Eve, cunning on Eve. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, a conspicuous or false wisdom. Exactly. See exactly what he used, that left hand energy, that witchcraft, he put her in a trance, he wooed her. So we seen what happened. So we knowing that the serpent seed, which in fact is Esau, that same spirit came back from Cain, from the serpent to so like what I'm trying to say, get a little thrown off here. From the serpent to Cain to Esau, so that same spirit is here today, so they are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. So we seeing right here that it's plain and simple before our face right here. He used craftiness, cunning, that's why right now a woman will not submit to a man, but it's all through the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So the Lord's gonna set up that righteous order. Let's get out of here. Let's go here to Ecclesiastes. Let's go here to Ecclesiastes chapter 25 and verse 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So it's come from Genesis chapter 3. So we read that, what happened in the garden. So we knowing right now, that, once sin entered into this world, we all die, but one thing about it now, we're coming back under that total subjection to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, so we can get back in our first estate, immortality, rulership, spiritual power. We asking the Lord, how long we're ready to get out of this nightmare. But one thing about it, we knowing that the beautiful daughters of Zion, they're coming back in order. The few that is coming back up, the elect. So, you have elect women's too also, that great multitude, women's and children, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. But right now, we're dying because of what happened in the garden. But the Lord is getting ready to bring us back. Hey, man, we're very close, man. We seeing that this gospel is being preached, man. We seeing things right before our eyes. Let's go here. When the Lord is showing us a new thing, let's go this right here. The earth is out of court. Let's go to Jeremiah. Just random scriptures through the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Shema. I hope you will get edified. Let's see here. Jeremiah chapter 33 and verse 22. And the read said, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughters? For the Lord has created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So that's what we're seeing right now. That, independent woman, hey, I don't need a man. A man ain't it. They can do it bad by themselves. But when Jacob's trouble comes, we seeing all these different migrants that came into America, right now, they constantly flooding the border, these sleeper cells, these UN military age soldiers are here right now. So we already knowing that they're not going to give a damn about a woman. So a woman will be raped to pieces. So right now she come passing a man. That's a new thing, but we already knowing the ancient way, that righteous order, that a woman should submit to her man or to her husband. So we seeing right here a new thing in the earth. So let's go here. How a godly woman supposed to carry herself. Let's go here to Titus chapter 2. And once again, this just for edification purpose. Not picking on the beautiful daughters of Zion. Everyone is getting ready to go back into order. Everyone is standing in their lot right now. The Lord is getting ready to do a mighty work. Let's go here to Titus. Let's go here to Titus. Titus chapter 2 and verse 3. And also we can read about that in Proverbs chapter 31. It definitely will tell you how a godly woman should be. Let's see here. Let's highlight a few of these things. We're going to close out in a minute. Let's go here. Let's read this here. It says here, the aged women likewise that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, said not false accusers, said not given to much wine, teachers of good things. You know what? Let's get this in the blue letter. The blue letter bring it out a little bit more. Let's go here, Salaki, for that, for all the moving around. Let's go back to the blue letter. The blue letter bring it out, with a little bit more clarity. Let's go here, Titus chapter 2 and verse 3. And it reads, it says, the aged women likewise that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, said not given to much wine, teachers of good thing. Godly women. Says here, it says, similarly, teach the older women to live in a way that honors Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. They must not slander others or be heavy drinkers. Instead, they should teach others what is good. So the aged women's supposed to teach the younger women, tell them how to treat their husband, also help them how to raise their children up in the ways of the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, that righteous order. Verse 4 said that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husband, to love their children. Let's read in NLT. It said these older women must train the younger women to love their husband and their children. And, hey, man, that's a beautiful thing. A keeper at home. We get in the next verse. It says here, verse 5, it said to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husband, that the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua be not blasphemed. Let's read in the NLT. It said to live wisely, be pure, to work in their homes, to do good, and to be submissive to their husband. Then they will not bring shame on the word of God or the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So that's giving you an example, how a woman's supposed to submit and how to treat her husband and also her children. Also Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So it's a beautiful thing, to come under that total subjection to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, because the women's, they're going to have slaves also. They won't even have to take care of their children. They can get to their children, come bathe my daughter, come bathe my son, feed my son, feed my daughters. So, hey, pretty much, man, the daughters of Zion getting ready to have it going on. But, hey, we're very close, man. This is a beautiful thing. Let's get a quick precept. Let's go here to Proverbs. Let's go here to Proverbs, just random scriptures. Proverbs chapter 14, also Proverbs chapter 31, you get around to it. That's showing you how a godly woman should be. Let's see here. A woman that is very submissive. Let's go ahead and Proverbs chapter 14. We'll get them, but we won't go to Proverbs 31 today because it's very long. See here, for time's sake also. See, it says here, Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 1, it says, every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. Let's read in the NLT. It says, a wise woman builds her home, but a foolish woman tears it down with her own hands. So that's what we're seeing today. A lot of these women are tearing their own household down. They raising a young man to be a woman, raising a young woman to be a whore. So that's what we see in each and every day. But the Lord's getting ready to set up that righteous order. So let's go here. We're seeing that the house is constantly broken down, and also what? The subtlety of the serpent, which in fact is Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of. You know, you can go all the way back to welfare, Section 8, food stamp. You know, get the man out of here, kick his ass out. You don't need him anymore. So a lot of these things came up, but one thing about what was done to us is getting ready to be done to them. Amen. With the Lord's getting ready to do a mighty work. Let's go here to First Timothy chapter 2. First Timothy chapter 2, and we'll start up at verse 9 and read down. First Timothy, let's get here. Let me see. Oh, let me go to the New Testament. I'm a little slower with this with the blue letter, but we're gonna work it through. First Timothy chapter 2. We'll start up at verse 9. First Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. And it reads, it said, in like matter also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, so with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broad hair or gold or pearls of costly array. So let's read in the NLT, get a little bit more edification. It said, and I want women to be modest in their appearance. They should wear decent and appropriate clothing and not draw attention to themselves by the way they fix their hair or by wearing gold or pearls or expensive clothes. So right now today, we see that Eve right now is twerking, you know, half naked, you just doing all sorts of abomination of wicked things right now. You know, we seeing it wearing all sorts of eyelashes, these blonde hair, all sorts of wicked things right now. You know, we're seeing it with our own eye, but the daughters of Zion are getting ready to be back under that total subjection very soon. Covered up, not showing the goodies, you know what I'm saying? Not smiling at every man that she meet, you know, constantly being in total subjection to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, you know what I'm saying? So we seeing that the Lord is going to bring forth that righteous order. So what we're seeing right now, our women's, we go to Instagram, we go to TikTok, YouTube, you know, it's all over the place. Women undressing, showing their behind, shaking their behind. But what are you going to do when Jacob's trouble begin, a time of trouble that we have never seen before? Verse 10 said, but which becomes women professing godliness with good works. Let's read in the NLT. It said, for women who claims to be devoted to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua should make themselves attractive by good things they do. That's right. You're seeing it right here. It's plain and simple. Verse 11 said, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Verse 11 in the NLT said, women should learn quietly and submissively. So you're seeing right now, woman got to be quiet. You know, and don't assert the authority over the man. So we seeing that we have a lot of women teachers teaching the Bible, you know, saying that they are prophets and prophecies, you know. So hey man, it's all out of order. Verse 12 said, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor assert the authority over the man, but be in silence. Let's read in the NLT. It said, I do not let women teach men or have authority over them. Let them listen quietly. Very simple. Shut up. Let's go here. Verse 13. It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. Plain and simple. Verse 14 said, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. Transgression go back into sin. Let's read in NLT. It says, and it was not Adam who was deceived by Satan. The woman was deceived, and sin was the result. So see, hey, that's why when you go to that lines up perfectly with Ecclesiastes chapter 25 and verse 24. You know what I'm saying? We all, we all die, because of Eve, what happened in the garden, and also that physical counterpart of Satan is the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, that old serpent. You know what I'm saying? So we seeing right now someone that is clever, cunning, you know what I'm saying, using that false divination, that witchcraft, that subtlety. Verse 15, it said, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Yahweh Ba'ashim Abishai. So the woman that the Lord is going to save, they're going to be saved for childbearing for the what? To bring back the what? The 2/3, on the other side in the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So it's a beautiful thing. We're seeing it right here before our eyes. Hey, women, submit to your husband. So let's go here. I think let's get one more and we'll close out. Let's go here to Colossians. Let's go to Colossians right quick. Something I want to get out, then we get that last one. Let's go to Colossians. Let's see. Colossians chapter, let me find it first. Colossians chapter 3, I think it's around 18. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 18. Let's read this right quick, just for edification purpose. Let's highlight it. It says here once again, see it all. It's all over the Bible. So why submit yourself unto your husband, said, as it is fit in the Lord's Salakia. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 18. Let's read it again. It said, why submit yourself unto your husband, as it is fit in the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashim Abishai. Let's read verse 18 in the NLT. It said, wives, submit yourself to your husband as is fitting for those who belong to the Lord. Hey man, that's plain and simple. Verse 19. Tongue a little bit dry, but I'm working through it. Husband, love your wives and be not bitter against them. Let's read that once again. Husband, love your wives and be not bitter against them. We love our wives. Let's see, it's another one I want to get. Let's go here. It's a beautiful thing. Let's go here. Beautiful daughters of Zion. They're coming back to their true power very soon, man. The Lord is doing a mighty work. Let's go here. I think it's in 1 Peter. Let's get one more, then we're going to close out. 1 Peter chapter 3, and I think it's around verse 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think this is it right here. We'll read this. We're just going to read it for edification. It says, for after this matter, in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in Yahweh Ba'ashim Abishai adorned themselves, being in subjection, said, unto their own husband. So we see it right there, man. This is the order. What happened back in what Bible time? Let's read this once again. 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 5 said, for after this matter in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in Yahweh Ba'ashim Abishai adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husband. Verse 6 said, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. So, Sarah called Abraham Lord. So that goes back to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16. The man shall rule over thee. Called him Lord. So we seeing this order that the Lord put into place. Let's read it. I see what it says in the NLT. It said, for instance, says Sarah obeyed her husband Abraham and called him her master or Lord. You are her daughters when you do what is right without fear of what your husband might do. So one thing about it, that's that total subjection. That's that righteous order of Yahweh Ba'ashim Abishai. So we're seeing how it was in ancient time, the Bible time. So we're going back to the ancient way. I will, what it says in the Amos chapter 9, I will raise up the old tabernacles of David. He putting it back in, gonna put it back in like it was in ancient time. Let's read verse 7. Said likewise, ye husband dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. You know that the woman is the weaker vessel. So, right, it's plain and simple. So that order, once again, is the Most High, Yahushua, the man, then the woman. The woman is the weaker vessel. That's the way the Lord set up that order. But it's a beautiful thing. So now, let's go here to our last and final script. Let's go into Isaiah. We'll close out Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1, because this is getting ready to happen. They're getting ready to get right back in order right before that's going to happen before the Lord great and glorious return. Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. And it reads, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. That's what's getting ready to happen through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. And these women are getting ready to get in order very quickly when they see what's getting ready to come upon this earth. Let's read it in the NLT and we'll close out. So in that day, so few men will be left that 7 women, that's a complete number, said, will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So the Lord is getting ready to bring forth that righteous order right before our eye. This is getting ready to happen. We're constantly warning you left and right. Let's get a little bit. Let's show that video one more time. We'll close out. I just want to show it for edification purpose. It's very short. One moment.
One thing you will never find in the Bible is it saying that husbands should submit to their wives. It never says that in any translation. It does say for wives to submit to their husbands. It does not say husbands submit to wives. Now, a lot of people will be like, well, it says we should submit to one another. And that's where he means. That's where that, no. That is about a body of believers. Submit to one another. Iron sharpens iron. Hold each other accountable. That kind of thing. Still, never says husband submit to wife. There is an order that God laid out. Why are you trying to change it? To make it fit what you want it to say.
So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Women Submit Yourself to Your Husband. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Rikah Kwadash. I'd like to say Shalom. Shalom.